Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. Hope you'll check us out at jazzwealth.com. We have recently done a class with clients because there's a lot of changes coming up in a lot of proposals going through Congress right now. And what's kind of nice is everybody agrees. Republicans, Democrats, when it comes to a lot of this stuff, they are on the same page, minor tweaks here and there, but they're not arguing about what they want to do. And so since you guys like short videos, I'm going to try to make this short. We'll cover one or two, and then maybe we'll do a few others. But big changes coming this year, right? With the market being down and, the changes coming, this is the time to make the most of it, right? What you do this year and going into next year is going to affect what you look like in 5 years in a big way. There's just so many cool things here. And I actually agree with a lot of these here and I'm pretty excited. So make sure I hope you'll consider us, but talk with someone that you know, that you trust, work with somebody, strategize on your finances, because when the market's down and changes come, that's when you make the most out of the next 5 years. You could be in a completely different place there. So enough of the motivational talk. Let's get started here. So let's just do a couple. So number one, we're going to look at higher catch-up limits, right? So, in an IRA, you guys know how this works, right? You could be, 18 to 50 or just under 50. And right now you have your $6,000 limit to your IRA. Once you get over that, then you can add $1,000, right? And this changes. It's supposed to be indexed to inflation. They're actually going to address that this catch-up limit will be indexed to inflation. Present law permits, blah, 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 $1,000. Beginning at age 50, this $1,000 would be indexed, so it won't just be came up with after that. That'll start, they're hoping to start that next year. Well, anyways, that's pretty much it. So if you have an IRA, you're either in this camp, somewhere in here, or 50, and then when you get to 59 and a half, you can start taking money out if you want. Or you keep working, doing all that stuff there. So what they're going to do now is they're going to say, all right, you got 18 to 50. That's the normal $1,000 catch-up limit there. 401k plans are $6,500, by the way. But what we're going to do is beginning at age 50, right? No, I'm sorry, beginning at age 60 now. Yeah, there we go. So now we're going to squeeze in. I'll come down here. We're going to say when you're 60, we have a new catch-up limit here. This is going to be $10,000, right? And so that's your catch-up would be 10,000, and that'll be indexed as well if you're curious there. So we got 10,000, and this is going to go from age 60 to 63. They're going to give you that as of now. Looks like that's the window that they're going to give you. This would take place going into the 2024 tax year because they're probably not going to solve this one until next year. And so now what we'll have, just to make this simple, we're going to have, well, the number's going to go up, but we'll have your $6,000 up to age 50. We'll have your $1,000 additional catch-up plus 50, and then we're going to have $10,000 added from 60 to 63, right? And that's your IRAs. That's your your traditional IRAs, your Roth IRAs and things. So that's one of the first things that's come out here. There are 15 pages to go through. And then the other one, I'll do this one. This is a kind of short one here. In a Roth or IRA, you know how sometimes you get in a little trouble? You got to take some money out. And if it's a traditional IRA, they say, ooh, 10% penalty, right? And then you got to pay taxes. Well, what they're going to do now, let me start there. You got an IRA, you can take money out for whatever you want, really, but you either pay the 10% penalty or you're a first-time home buyer. And you could take out up to $10,000 to put down on a house, to build a house, and all that stuff, right? You could have medical expenses. You could be paying for higher education. You could be disabled. There could be an emergency, a disaster, a hurricane comes through, right? And they make special exemptions for that to not pay the 10% penalty. Well, now what they're doing is they're saying, we want to provide an exception for certain distributions used for emergency expenses. Like an emergency fund, I guess. These expenses would be unforeseeable or immediate financial needs resulting to personal or family emergency expenses. Here's how this would work. At the moment, only one distribution would be permissible per year of up to $1,000. They're basically saying you have an emergency out of your IRA, you can dictate it, or you can say it's an emergency, take out up to $1,000, and that's all you can do for the year. And then you would have the option to repay that $1,000 in addition to your limit for the given year. You'd have the option to pay the $1,000 back over 3 years, no interest or anything. It'd be an extra contribution that you could make to put the money back there. Now, you couldn't make another emergency distribution if you had already had that one and it is in the process of being paid back. So that's pretty cool, and that'll take place next year if this does in fact pass, which, like I said, these guys are all agreeing on stuff here. There's so many cool things. We are going to go through these little by little. Like I said, if you are one of our clients, I've already gone through the really cool changes to your RMDs and what they're going to change in limit-wise there. There's so much you can do there. There's so much strategy when it comes to your dollars. I know it's not exciting, right, for the long-term stuff, but this is how you add returns, right? You get market returns and you get strategy returns, and this is the time to start working on strategy return. If you're curious if we're a good fit for you, you can schedule a call right on our website there. We'll give you a call. We'll talk. We have no sales pitch, by the way, so we'll just talk and listen to you, tell you what we offer here, and if it's a good fit, it is. If it's not, you're on your way. We won't take your email. We won't, bombard you or anything. Just see if we're a good fit. And like I said, there's no sales pitch. So check us out at jazzwealth.com. Thanks for hanging out with us here, and we will see you in the next one. Keep your eye out if you're interested in these things. We're going to do a lot of them.
Hey, you made it to the end. That's awesome. Well, if you want to check out more geeky stuff, be sure to check out that video over there. Also, if you could subscribe, that really help us out. We're financial advisors that love to teach, and you'll find all kinds of free stuff on our videos. And remember, keep the dough straight. Yeah, I did it. You did it.